after all this is said and done, Russell Westbrook still hasn't been traded. You know,
Yeah.
he's chilling on the Lakers right now. They had a training session today where he and Pat Bev were training together. They were looking like a little cute couple out there. They were,
I didn't
I
even
don't,
see.
yeah, you got to see these pictures, man. They were loving it. They were acting all cute for the camera. You know what I mean? All over each other. But we know they hate each other. They don't want to be on the same team. Westbrook, he doesn't even want to be there anymore. I have been told the only two teams that can trade for Westbrook and would are the Utah Jazz and Indiana Pacers. And I swear every week it changes on which team's actually going to get him. Do you think Westbrook is going to actually get traded, or do you think that the Lakers are just going to run it back with him? Because I don't want to see a starting five where I have to watch Westbrook and Pat Bev play together. It just doesn't sound good.
Yeah. Um, I don't know. It depends on what they gonna do if they trade Westbrook because it's
Hmm.
hard to trade him because his contract. I mean, people ain't nobody really trying to trade for Westbrook to make some noise. You feel me? Like people not trying to take that contract on.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. Like if they trade him, I don't know. I think they might be forced to run it back, bro.
Hmm.
At least until mid-season.
I think
They
they're
might.
also they're scared of the fact that because if they make this trade right, they have to give up their 2025, I think it is, and 2027 first round picks because they'd have to trade both of them up to Indiana where they would bring back Myles Turner and Buddy Hield from the trade, right? If you are the Indiana Pacers, you are doing that trade in a heartbeat because that 2025 first round pick could be the most important pick in the NBA. LeBron James is out of contract in 2024. Bronny is coming into the league, I think, in 2024. I think it's pretty obvious to see that LeBron will not be a Laker at that point. And that's why I think they're not going to run it back because they're scared that that 2025 pick becomes like top five. You know what I mean? And then that
Right.
2027 pick as well.
I see what you're saying there. Yeah.
Yeah.
You get Bronny, you get Bron.
Yep. So
So
Lakers, they don't want to lose LeBron because they're scared. They are scared they're going to go back to that position. But in the same reality, you've still got LeBron not only for this season but the season after. Surely you've got to try and contend with him. You know what I mean? You're just wasting him at this point.
yeah, because you can't afford to fail this season. Like this would be the second time LeBron then missed the playoff. Yeah, this would be the second time.
In a row. Yeah.
Not in
That,
a
that,
row, but second time since he's been there. He missed the playoffs his
oh
first year.
yeah, yeah. Well, he missed the playoffs this year too.
Yeah, so this is his second time. Yeah,
Yeah. So I mean that's crazy. Like straight up, LeBron's just missing playoffs in. Like LeBron doesn't do that, and that's because usually, no matter what, every team he's on, they do everything for him, and that's the way it should be. I mean, he is a top five player in the NBA. You can't seriously tell me you're gonna roll out a team that like has a starting five that could look like Pat Bev and Russell Westbrook. And if it doesn't, if it doesn't have those two in it, the alternative is Austin Reeves, you know?
I think they'll start like Lonnie Walker or like well they got rid of Malik Monk, but
Yeah.
I'd rather start Lonnie Walker or something at the two. I'm not starting Pat Bev at the two and Westbrook at the one. That's just not gonna get it done. You feel me? Like it's not. It's they should know by now. Like that's not gonna work. So
Yeah. And I
I don't
don't
know.
want to see 8A at that center position again. I'm not that old school dude that's a big fan of him playing the power forward.
That's what you're a fan of.
Yeah. But I don't
Yeah,
know if
because
they have a center capable enough of doing that, like, playing with him.
yeah,
Damian Jones, who I mean, he's a he's not that good. Like Lakers fans are acting like they just signed their new starting center, but this is the same dude they got rid of a year and a half ago, and he was like their third or fourth stringer backup big, you know?
yeah. AD he needs to play the four because he's too soft to play the five right now,
Yeah,
and he be getting hurt.
yeah.
So
His ankles are literally glass, like they're made out of glass. He will go down like that in a split second. I think it is an issue. The Lakers, if you were the Lakers though, would you do that trade? Because there are a lot of pros and cons of Myles Turner, and Buddy Hield going to that Lakers team. Would you do it? You got to give up the 2 unprotected first round picks, though.
I mean, when you got Bron, you gotta be in win on mode though, low key. So I probably would do the deal though. I probably would do the deal because I got Bron here for 2 years. I got AD. AD was supposed to be healthy. He supposed to be working as better
Yeah,
as he ever did. You gotta. Myles Turner, he gonna play D. He may not be a good rebounder, but he gonna play D. And then you get that shooter to put out the 2. Like they was lacking shooting. You
mm,
feel me? So I think the deal would be cool, but they still would not have enough because technically they'll still be banking on. I say they'll still be banking on AD too much because
mm,
AD once he get hurt, it get rough.
yeah,
It really rough. So me personally, if I had the chance to trade AD, I'd trade AD for like a real
really.
good, like on some real stuff. Like I would trade AD for Dame.
Whoa.
I would do that because Dame is going to play. Dame can shoot the ball from wherever. You feel me? Dame is
Yep,
like that. AD, AD not the same though. Like AD really supposed to be that and AD supposed to be like MB right
yep,
now. And he torching you in the paint. And he can shoot. AD
yep,
he don't really play to his max. He just shoot a lot of jumpers and he's still getting hurt.
yep. Oh,
Still getting hurt.
you're definitely not wrong about that. The guy, as soon as he goes near a basketball, he has a cardiac arrest on the court every single time. But so there are a lot of pros and cons on Myles Turner and Buddy Hield. But the big con that I'm hearing right now is if you are late in a game, they are saying that you cannot play Turner and AD on the court at the same time because apparently it's, because teams go a lot smaller when they go and do that. And then apparently because Buddy Hield is a defensive liability, it's not good to play him in late games. But I don't care. They are still Westbrook as a player is a big liability. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he just don't fit with the Lakers. Like he could hoop, he just don't fit with them.
Yeah, not at all. And there's a genuine reason to, I think, actually make this move. And not just that, like you look at last season, you're talking about AD, yeah, that dude, he doesn't want to be a defender anymore. Like I saw a thing that said he was top 5 big man defenders in the league, right? For that season. And the thing was, I swear Anthony Davis was still averaging like a block and a half a game when he was playing. But there was so many times where, especially on the perimeter, he would just give up on defense. You know what I mean? He would give up in the interior. As soon as some dude hits him with the shoulder, trying to like post him or something like that, he's like, all right, I'm a head out now. I don't want to be touched. These grown ass men touching me out here on the court. I'm going to go sit a month out and say my ankle is broken. I feel
Yeah,
like that's the issue. So you somewhat got to send him to the perimeter now. He doesn't want to play center. That is the reality of things. Is Anthony Davis does not want to play center for this Lakers team. But Myles Turner, as soon as a grown ass man touches him, he's not going to sit down. He's blocking the shit out of that guy. This dude averaged like 3 blocks a game this season. Not just that, what I like about Myles Turner is I feel like if you make this move, there is not a dude in that Lakers starting 5 who can't shoot the ball. Myles
true.
Turner is a very good 3-point shooter for a center. I think he was shooting 34 or 35%. There's about four other centers maybe in the league that can shoot higher than that, I think. And there's literally not that many out there that can probably do it. And then you've still got Buddy Hield at that too. I don't care if he's a defensive liability. You have Pat Bevan, that starting 5 at your point. Great defender. You got LeBron at the 3, and when his team is playing team defense, LeBron actually shows up as a defender. Believe it or not, he does do it. Power forward Anthony Davis. Send him to the perimeter. He's going to play some elite D. As long as he's not getting touched, he's going to play some elite D. And then you got Myles Turner at the center. What more can you say there? So I
Right.
don't really see a liability. The only liability in that starting 5 is maybe the shot creation wouldn't be that good sometimes, I think, and injuries as well. But if AD is playing like AD, his shot creation will be there. And then Buddy Hield is a dude that people just think is a shooter, but Buddy Hield can create his own shot. That dude is a monster on the court when it comes to that. So in saying all that, I think they should do this trade. I think they
Yeah.
should do this trade. And they can build off it if they make the playoffs and lose or whatever, they can still build off it in the off season. I think they'll have another mid-level exception. I'm sure some more veterans will actually want to, quality veterans, not some dudes that are 35 and should be in a nursing home. Quality veterans should go to the team.
Right, because I mean, who don't want to play with Bron? You feel me? So I think it'd be cool. It don't make sense for Indiana though, but I think it'd be cool. No, I don't think he needs to play with Halle Berry.
Yeah, you know why I think this makes sense for Indiana? Because they're selling like tickets for like, they're selling tickets at a price of like a KFC wicked wing. They are just throwing them out the door. No one is going to Indiana games. What happens if Westbrook actually turns up to Indiana? What happens if Westbrook does what Chris Paul did a couple years ago and revives his career? You're going to put bums in seats. You're going to bring people to the game. And if anyone's going to do it in Indiana, it's either Patrick Beverley or Russell Westbrook, you know what I mean? Those are two dudes that are going to put some people in seats. So I think it would be cool, but yeah, he and Halliburton, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
It would be a weird one. They've got Mathurin at the 3 as well. They took him at pick 6 this year. I think it'd be.
He goes.
You like him? Tell us what's good about him.
Man, bro, he just got that. He can shoot. He's tall. He can finish out the paint. I think he a decent defender. Like he nice though. Like I like him. I think he's gonna be raw.
He's an elite defender. Yeah, he can switch 1 to 3, and he's like 6'6", big dude as well. Like trying to not sound gay, but he's a big dude. That guy does his thing. He's a big guy, and I think, a lot of people had him at like pick 11 to the Knicks. The Knicks fumbled that bag. He went to like pick 6, Indiana. Indiana could be exciting in a couple years, I think.
Yeah, they could. Cause they got somebody else too, I think. I just don't remember. Who?
Chris Duarte. I think they drafted him last year.
I think they signed somebody or something, but they got a little squad over there though. Or they gave a broad then, yeah. So I don't know. They got some pieces though.
Daniel Tice. I think that Daniel Tice, man, he's gonna take them to the promised land. He's gonna win the championship for them. But yeah, so are we saying the Lakers should do this deal? Is that what we're saying?
Man, if that's the best deal out there, bro, they low key gotta do it. Like running it back with Westbrook. It's not the worst thing because it is a Westbrook, but like it just may not. It realistically probably won't work. So I would take the gamble though. When you got Bron, you forever and win number when you got LeBron. You can't be thinking about the future, bro. Like your future's fucked. You feel me? Like that's how it is.
They were saying that Utah might be interested.
What they go get from Utah though?
So Jordan Clarkson, Bojan Bogdanovic, and there was someone else. I forgot who. Oh, I think it was like Mike Conley, Bogdanovic, and Clarkson. And you would give up Westbrook and the 2 first-round picks, and some other player to make it happen.
That might sound a little bit. You give Conley, Clarkson. Clarkson can't start though, bro. I'm sorry, he can't start, bro. He's not passing that ball.
Yeah, and how does Conley go with Pat Bev? That's my issue. Like I don't know about that one. I feel like it still works a lot better than what Westbrook does with Pat Bev. But I don't know about Conley.
Look, though, so if they do that deal, AD still going to have to play center. They going to have to put Bogdanovic at the 4, unless they have Bron play the 4. And then, I don't know. It sounds good, though. It sounds good, but I don't think that'll be it, though, low-key. I think the Buddy Hield. Because Buddy Hield, he more than a shooter. He a volume scorer for real.
Yeah.
And you got Myles Turner to play D. He could score a little bit. He could still spread the floor. That helped AD out. Yeah, I'd rather do that over the Utah.
Yeah, I think the Indiana deal was better. Buddy Hield plays like me in 2K. I play exactly like Buddy Hield on 2K. He copied me, bro. So as we were saying, if I am the Lakers though, like the reality is they've got an actual offer, like I think on the table by both teams. A little bit of negotiation here and there because they don't want to have to give up unprotected first round picks. But I still feel like if you are the Lakers, you are probably taking that deal over Utah because do they really need Clarkson that much off the bench anyway?
No, they got some. They already got pieces on that'd be cool for the bench. They need somebody that can start.
Yeah. And then you got Bogdanovich at the 4. Does he help that much at all?
Yeah, no, I rather do I rather do the Pacers one. Yeah, the Jazz one. It just don't fit right for the team.
I think Westbrook would probably fit more in the Jazz.